Now we're going to talk about how the little balance box is perfectly designed to help your little one practice these closed chain exercises or activities. We have here the little balance box, and what's great is the height allows your little one to be in a tall kneeling position and have their hands or forearms comfortably placed on the top of the balance box. When your child's in this position, they are now in that closed chain exercise position that we talked about, where their hands or forearms are planted on the top surface here, and then their knees are planted on the floor. So then as your child's working on these transitions of moving from standing up to sitting down, those transitions are helping to get not only of those core muscles stronger, but also the pelvic floor muscles stronger, because they're working on that independent transition skill. And this is very important for our little ones in not only developing good core muscles like we talked about, but the pelvic floor muscles are actually the stability of the pelvis. And so if you think about how the pelvis is all put together, it's important that we have something on the bottom that's strong in lifting it up and not letting it just bottom out. And so this is where I can't emphasize enough that independent transition skill and letting your child practice from tall kneeling, moving into a standing, and then back down to a tall kneeling position is super important in helping with this development of the pelvic floor muscles. So now that your child's been working and practicing on getting that good core strength balance in the pelvic floor muscles, that's when the body can really then focus on developing outward, right? So it's important that we have that good core strength in the center, because then your child can work on things such as raising their arms and getting their hands and fingers ready for more distal activities. That is the way that the body is meant to organize itself with growth and development. It starts centralized. Make sure that that is strong and coordinated before you start branching out and moving more distally along the arms and the legs. And this makes sense, right? Because if we don't have a good solid core and pelvic floor muscles with stability, then the rest of us can't be sitting upright. So can you imagine if your little one's trying to eat and they don't have good core strength? They're going to be trying to go like this to put food in their mouth, but yet their body is all over the place and they can't hold themselves up. And so this is really important because it creates an actual choking hazard, right? If your child's not able to sit upright and hold their posture and their head up when they're eating, they're more at a risk for choking. So this is a perfect example where if you don't have a good solid core and pelvic floor muscle structure, how it can affect many other things in our child's development and them being able to safely function with other activities in their daily life. That's kind of how you put it all together, and how the little balance box can help your little one with making those transition skills and practicing going from tall kneeling to standing and sitting back down. The great thing about the little balance box is that it can be used on a variety of floor surfaces in your home to practice these transition skills. It works great on carpet, tile, wood, linoleum, all different kinds of floor surfaces. And even if you have some of those floors that have that great extra shine, we have these little silicone booties that you can add for additional traction on those special floors. Now I'm going to show you a short video where you can see a child with the balance box and see how they're able to put it all together with practicing these closed chain exercises using the little balance box. Now to bring everything together, and why I've talked so much about this importance of this balance of the core muscles and also of the pelvic floor muscles, is because it's super important for potty training. Yes, that is one of the biggest things that families and caregivers don't realize, is that in order for a child to start doing potty training, they have to have this awareness of their pelvic floor muscles, how they contract, how they relax, what it feels like, and how to control them. And so this is one of the big things that our children are missing nowadays in the development of those muscles, is getting the opportunity to actually practice practice using those muscles and seeing what it feels like to contract and relax the muscles and build up that awareness of their body and how it works. And so this is one of the great things about the little balance box, is that when you're able to practice these closed chain exercise of transitioning, you are really getting a full body workout that's allowing your baby the opportunity to independently practice these gross motor skills, which are going to be so important for their other skills later on. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time on the Need to Know in 5.